other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. 90, Wolf.
Watch the screen.
Go.
Check hot route.
Get it.
This is Josh Jacobs, the Alabama man, with his first NFL carry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Well, they have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On second down, Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Hey, seam 6.
33. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Lee. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
From just shy of midfield, Locke, he's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. There's Mostert. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Carr. Roberts has it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So on fourth down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Marquise Lee deep to return. This is taken at the 18. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. On first down, Locke. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
218, chop. Let's go. Let's cut.
On third and long, it's Locke. He's airing it out for Sanu. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now Carr. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check.
61, matchbox, lights. Ready.
Here's Jacobs from the gun, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
33. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Get it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A first throw for the backup, Jackson. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Quentin Williams brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. The Falcons on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes. He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. Operating from the gun. Carr. That's taken in by Callaway. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. Mostert. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
1st and goal. Topper!
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Card out a throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Raheem Mostert as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Get ready. Get ready.
Let's go now.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
30 base. 56. 6-6. Pull it high. Hey, Charlie.
You think you won't get this? Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Bang, 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 bang.
Five.
Lock now on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Grady Jarrett able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Big stop, let's go. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Greystone travel.
Mike's 56. I'll get him, get him, get him. Shift, watch the shift. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up, let's go.
On second down, here's Locke. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Block now to throw. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Let's go.
At their own 15-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 12.
Now, here we go. Bad left, bad left. Hey. You got three down.
On 3rd down, Carr. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
A gain of 15. And the Falcons first down.
No. Smooth. 52 right here. 52. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now. 180. 180. We're good. 180.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Carr, and he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Watch twins.
To throw on 3rd down, Carr. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Pulled in at the 24. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
On the ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy.
He's got the lead, and there he goes. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 43 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Locke. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Running is Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. One more time with Jacobs. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Hey, high 7.
Mike, 56, right there.
Locke going to go on 4th down. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl quarterback Denzel Ward. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 30, past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Gets fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Got it.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to.
And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Being chased out left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Bravo!
33.
And let's pin the mirrors and go!
On third down, block. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's locked. And this is going to be incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Check. Crunch.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Carr. A good throw here, finding Pascal.
Complete to Zach Pascal. He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Nine yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Lock to throw for it on fourth. Completes it to Lee. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Ready? 30 base.
You ain't going nowhere. Tie that left, tie that left.
Snap.
On 2nd and 9. Lock. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Once again, it's Jacobs. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing,
so for Atlanta, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this in Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like them keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like them keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Took me so long getting